older. We'll see if Hunnell coming in last minute, the lesser experienced of the two in this format of combat. You know, we'll see if he can take advantage of his youth and also the reach advantage, 74 inches and 72 inches. And of course, he's got a big height advantage. Some physical attributes that Hunnell can take advantage of as well as the age advantage. But let's see if that's going to be enough, because Liera is one tough dude.
And one of the best, the Caveman, unbeaten inside the Trigon. Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our co-main event of the evening. Scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome back to the Trigon, Sam Liera.
Tonight, we think about it, we send our blessings to Gabriel Fryer. His fight not going to happen against Desmond Green because he fell backstage. Reminds me of the late great Kevin Randleman when it happened to him in MMA years and years ago. For Sam Liera, Paulie, he lost his title fight about a month ago when the champion Jose Fernandez suffered an injury. So Sam had a title fight scheduled at 165. He had two opponents scheduled for a fight at 170. They both fell out. Now he's at 175 against Hunnell on 5 days' notice. Sam said simply, I don't give a flip. I just want to fight. 175, 177, I'm good to go.
Yeah, and then so, and 5 days was enough to get Sam Liera an opponent. Roger Hunnell stepped in. He was looking to step in, and Liera was able to get an opponent. The difference with Des Green is we don't get to find an opponent the night of the fight.
Right, very true.
Although, you never know, J.D. Burns is always available in the building, and that guy will fight anybody.
Isaiah Quinones is running around, too. I know they're buddies, but, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right, Benny?
Exactly. And, you know, Sam Liera, one of the great craftsmen of our sport. And that overhand right of his is a textbook overhand right. He used that against Leo Pla. Leo Pla is about as tough a guy as you're going to find. He overwhelmed him. And then, when you talk about his mother waits for him at home with a skillet. And the skillet is the one that registers the beating because she says, you have no business doing this. Find yourself some other way to make a living. Get out of there.
This is the first time I feel like I need to thank my mother for hitting my brother and I with a wooden spoon.
Well, my mother cured ADD with a backhand.
Sam the Caveman Liera, not a title fight, at least tonight, but he wants to remain unbeaten inside the Trigon.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome Roger Hunnell.
Roger Hunnell, he's been around. His wife runs his medical. Roger Hunnell got himself down to 177, and he makes his way into the Trigon. He fought at BYB 7, lost to Jomi Escoboza in just 50 seconds. Got a little chance for redemption tonight. He told us that he has watched all of Sam Liera's fights. He knows Sam is a beast. He knows how talented Sam Liera is. That said, go in there, throw a little mayhem, see what happens if you're Roger Hunnell.
And the key is going to be how much that takes out losing 18 pounds. I witnessed Tony Lopez lose 26 pounds in 2 days when he fought Josh Lambert in War on the Mainland. And afterwards, he won by knockout with a knee. But he said if that fight would have gone past the second round, Tony said he had nothing left. So we'll see, Roger Hunnell, how that affects him.
Yeah. The weight cuts can always be tricky, especially when they're last minute like this.
Benny, you called Usyk and Joshua a week ago. Of those who he says are his greatest influences are Alexander Usyk, Andy Ruiz Jr., Evander Holyfield, Israel Adesanya, the great late John Sullivan, and our own Dada 5000, and the late great Kimbo Slice. All men that Roger Hunnell has huge respect for.
Well, he's picked the right guys, and a guy like Usyk's a guy that swims 6.2 miles a day. He fights 62 miles a day in 110-degree heat and holds his breath for 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Wow. Will this one go that long? Here's Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this co-main event is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. by Life Sciences Natural Solutions. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 175 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare-knuckle record of 3 wins, 0 losses. And he fights out of Fullerton, California. Introducing Sam Liera. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he stands 62 inches tall. He weighed in at 177 pounds. He holds a bare-knuckle record of 0 wins, 1 loss. And he fights out of Tazewell, Virginia. Introducing Roger Mayhem Hunnell. Our referee in charge, BYB.
Put your foot right there, Sam. Put your foot right there. Yep, scoot back.
Bobby Wambacher ready to get Hunnell and Liera underway. Here we go. Sam Liera in the white trunks, Army green trunks for Roger Hunnell.
And the fighters have that option whether to wear that glove. You know, that's the glove that BYB sanctions, since that's the one they approve of, and both of these guys choosing to go ahead and use it.
Oh. Sam Liera with a connection just like that.
Sam's looking at Roger like,
oh, yeah.
Did you really just go down from that?
Get those Charles Manson eyes looking at him.
Well, after going the distance against Ryan Jett, he did get fight of the night. Ryan Jett was a mess. Sam would love to finish this right here, right now.
Well, I told you about that overhand right. He throws that as well as I've anybody seen. He throws it with the inside of his fist, the strongest part of the knuckle.
Watch for it again. Boom.
And it's just the right hand. Hunnell has no answer for it. He beats the count.
It is all over. Just like that, respect to Roger Hunnell, taking this fight on 5-day notice, and relief for Sam Liera, because I will tell you what, guys, in Tampa, I saw Sam after that Ryan Jett fight, and I went to shake his hand to congratulate him. Paulie, you know a little something about your hands being all beat up?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So Sam can now focus on Fernandez, and he can do it being healthy.
And also the mother skillet, because you just went with that skillet. But one of the things that he does for his hands, he ties ropes around his knuckles, and he punches with that rope on his knuckles. That's what he does to prepare his hand.
Paulie's just like, what?
Man, whatever works, man. I'll tell you, I wouldn't know anything about preserving my hands. My hands were never healthy when I was fighting. But I'll tell you what, he saves himself from the skillet, as Benny said. Also, a 1-minute fight or so will also preserve those hands. There's one way to preserve those hands is getting your opponent out of there quickly, as he just did with Roger Hunnell. We're going to get a look at some of the knockdowns. You know, they were pretty quick in succession, and all pretty much with the big right hand. See that first one, Liera stalking. And that was the one where I was like, I wasn't really landing that hard. And I remember Liera looking across the trigon at Hunnell like, did you really just go down from that, you know, with that kind of look? But then the other ones landed pretty well. I mean, the second knockdown was a good shot right there. That was a nice shot, accurate. And, you know, it's the right hand that Benny was describing earlier. You know, turns that knuckle over. It's his favorite shot. It's his go-to shot. And Hunnell definitely felt it, especially if it lands clean like that. Anybody's going to feel that kind of shot. You know, credit to Hunnell for getting up. You know, again, he's taking this fight on 5 days' notice. Had to lose 20 pounds this week. Looking for an uppercut from far away. That's never good, as he gets hit with another big right hand from Liera. And then the follow-up eventually knocks him down. Nothing in particular there that ended the fight. It was just pretty much that right hand that he landed while Hunnell was throwing the uppercut, and then the follow-up was just elementary. And this was it. Hunnell beats the count, you know, shows the heart he has, but gets up on wobbly legs, and Wambacher says, that is enough. I've seen enough, and calls the fight off.
So the title fight will happen down the road at 165. against the champion, Jose the Goat Fernandez. 2 at 170 didn't happen. This one at 175 did. Sam gets in and out. And to make it official, here's Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bobby Wallbacher calls us out to the contest. At 1 minute, 17 seconds of the very first round, declaring a winner by TKO, Sam Liera.
Sam Liera is 4-0. And as always, a great show of class and respect inside the Trigon. Sam Liera will visit with our own Bob Alexander.
All right, Sam Liera gets the first round knockout. Sam, you came out very controlled. You looked very relaxed. Your punches flowed. How did you feel in there tonight?
Honestly, I was nervous. He worried me a little bit more than anybody else for some reason. I don't know why, but I mean, he did great. He came in, he fought, he took the fight in short notice. I really appreciate that. Yeah.
You get in there, you get the job done. You've been waiting for a fight for a while. Now you finally get one. You got it over pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I was thought it was gonna go 3 rounds at least, but you know, I mean, I caught him early, so I mean, he's tough. He kept going. He kept trying to keep staying there, but I know he couldn't.
All right, now you can focus on a potential title shot. Talk about that.
Well, I want the belt. Come on, you know this, Hernandez. Let's go. Hey, whenever you're ready, dude, we gotta go.
Here we go. I think the champ is coming in the ring to accept your challenge. Yep. Champ, what do you think?
First and foremost, let's give these gentlemen a round of applause because it takes a lot of guts to do what we do in here. So give it up for them. First and foremost, he had a hell of a fight. And I'm glad you won because November's coming. I'm going to heal up and we're going to fight.
Dude, I can't wait. I want you 100%, so we go.
Let's go. And again, I apologize.
All right, guys, there you have it. We've got a title fight coming in November. These two are going to get it on. Sam Liera, congratulations. Great fight.
There you go. That's the one I talked about. Congratulations to Sam Liera. And yeah, the GOAT, our first champion at that weight class. Jose the Goat Fernandez, who defeated J.D. Burns to win the belt, will face Sam Liera at 165. The winner will be the champion. Don't forget, check us out on social media, Facebook, our YouTube channel where you are watching us here tonight, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, the Talking Tough series with our own Aaron Tohill, Brandon Slater. They do an outstanding job talking to all the fighters. Sam mentioned you were a little bit nervous. I think when you have those couple of different opponent changes and you don't want to get in and out unscathed, Paulie, and then be able to talk to Jose Fernandez healthy and say, let's both get healthy, then we'll put on a show in November.
Yeah, and you want to be able to be healthy so that you can go right away in November because, you know, your hands don't have to recover. You don't have to recover from any stitches or any kind of soreness or whatnot. Quick fight, a little warm-up. You got your... you know, you got your blood flowing and you got your muscles warmed up. You got back in the ring or in the Trigon. Just enough of a warm-up to get ready for Fernandez.
Wasn't the pressure that Carlos Gueda had a while back when he had a Muay Thai fight scheduled 1 week after his bare-knuckle battle. But nonetheless, this will be a great contest when it does happen. Sam Liera and Jose Fernandez for the belt at 165. Rhino.